video, I'm going to show you two directives for AngularJS, ng-switch and ng-options. As you can see, I already have a basic page in which we have a module, controller, and I'm going to create some UI in which we are going to use that logic. ng-switch and ng-options, these directives are going to help us to create multiple views inside one page. As you can see, inside this controller X, I have created one div array with the help of $scope. This is a normal simple JavaScript array inside which right now we have three elements with the name div1, div2 and div3. These three words are actually data of my array right now, and I'm going to use this thing when I want to switch my views. Below that, I have created one more property which is actually selected div, in which I want to store the default first item of my array, and that will be my div1. After creating this property, I want you to understand the UI of this thing. Intentionally, in this video, I'm not typing this code because I want you to see the relation between this code and this UI. As you can see, in this UI, somewhere we have ng-controller, that is my main div tag, inside which my first element is actually select tag. I hope you know that select tag of HTML is going to create a drop down. So we have a drop down which is actually connected with my selected div. So this is connected with my model and this property. So in this drop down, I'm going to see my default div as a selected div, which is div1. And know that in a normal drop down we have options property. But now in this we are going to use ng-options, in which we have one item for item in div. This particular text is actually going to deal with my collection of array, which is this div tag. So this item is just a variable name, and this one is going to run a for loop, and this will generate a multiple items based on my array collection. So once we are done with this drop down is going to show me div1, div2, div3 kind of data inside the drop down options. Whatever selected item we have, I'm passing that thing in my expression also, so that I can see whether which is selected. And now my actual logic of this ng-options is going to work when I'm going to apply this ng-switch directive with that. Exactly below this select, if you see, I have one ng-switch which is connected with my selected div. It means this ng-switch is also connected with the same model which was there in my drop down. So the moment you're going to change the value of your drop down, this ng-switch is going to work on that model. That's why ng-switch always takes the model of your control, and I'm passing model of my drop down in that. Based on that model value, my remaining three div tags which are inside this main div tag are going to work based on this property which is with the name ng-switch when. So this ng-switch is actually collection of multiple ng-switch when, and this word which I am passing in ng-switch when, that should match with the text which I have passed inside my array items. This is something like a simple query connection in which we are doing where condition kind of thing. But in this case, this view is going to be visible when we are selecting div1. Same way, second view is going to be visible when we are selecting div2. Ultimately, I'm dealing with the div tags, so I can add any kind of HTML control inside this. But right now, to make this sample simpler, I'm just typing some text like hello from first div, hi from second div, and God bless from third div. Let's see this thing running so that you can get a better idea. If I run this thing in my browser, you can see by default it's showing me div1 in the drop down, which is a selected one, and my expression is also showing that my div has selected. Now exactly below this, my first UI is also visible, that is hello from first div. The moment I change the value of my model with the help of drop down, is going to select div2, hi from the second div, and same way div3, God bless from the third div. I hope you can use this thing when you want to deal with the different UI parts, different div tags, and at a time you want to make only one part visible.